I've ever told you the dream of the stand-up comic. It's the 14th of March. 14th of March, 2019. Yeah? Yeah. Good. Have you seen the Neverland, Leaving Neverland documentary yet? Now this has got to be the dream of every stand-up comic. Come on, Michael Jackson. Come on, that's funny. Well, it's funny, it's sick. It's totally sick, but it's upsetting, but also quite hilarious. So, it's beginning to sound like a really bad joke, isn't it? Because like Michael Jackson got arrested and accused of being a paedophile, and then right now, and he got released, and then now you've got these safe Chuck fella and some other guy, I can't remember his name, but and now they're saying that he was abusing them when he was 7 years old. That is sick in the head. That is absolutely totally sick in the head. I believe it. I believe them. I'm sorry, but I believe you. Is it Wait, safe Chuck? I believe you, and it's very hard to admit it, but maybe the world has been wrong for a long time. It's so sad though, isn't it? Because his music was fantastic. Bad, dangerous, thriller, you know. Michael Jackson music was fantastic. Absolutely out of this world. It was amazing music. Dangerous is a fantastic fucking album. Guess we're on to the dark side of the moon now, aren't we? Have you been this? I think we're on the dark side of the moon. To be honest, Freud. I think we have reached the dark side of the moon. I'm going to play that one of these days on YouTube. I like that song. So it turns out that Michael Jackson was playing with little teenage boys. That is a bit pervy, man, I'm sorry. I mean, I have swam naked with babies. True, in Australia. It was Mike, I think, his white VW van. I think, yeah, it was Mike. Mike and his family, I can't remember your names. But Mike and his family in Australia, 1990, Australia. He drove his van up to the mountain springs, or in Australia, like the mountain. There was a lake, not a lake, a pond sort of thing, kind of it was a lake. There was a little lake, high up. This is a true story. High up, I think it was. I don't know where you were. To the north, I think, Australia. Just past Brisbane. No, it was when we were staying in Byron Bay, I think. Probably about that time. Just after maybe. But his kids, he had about 3 kids or something, 2 or 3 kids. And we were all swimming naked. The whole family was swimming totally fucking naked. Yes, we were. In Australia, 1990, Mike. You had your whole family, your children, swimming naked. And we went to this Confest festival in November. That was towards Melbourne. I don't know exactly where it was. I'm not going to tell you where it was. The Confest festival. Do you remember Confest? 1990 Australia. Yeah, the Confest festival, 1990 Australia. And there was families and people, hippies basically, a bunch of hippies clustered in this. Everyone was fucking naked, literally. It was right in the middle of the rainforest. Well, in part of some Melbourne, just off Melbourne, not in Melbourne, but outside Melbourne, that sort of area of Australia. And I went to this festival, Confest. So I used to do tarot card readings, actually. I did tarot card readings, obviously might not have got it all right. But we went to this festival, Confessed. Everyone was walking around naked. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people were walking around naked. You know, everyone else dressed hippie-like. And we went we used to go swimming, and there was this big river. In fact, it was a river at that one. And I was thinking about up in the mountains. When we were up in the mountains, that was towards Cairns, I think, probably that direction. I don't know. Remind me, Mike, what to see. Blonde, nice beard, very sexy looking guy actually. And we had the VW van, a white VW van, and we went up to the mountains and we used to swim. Well, one day it was basically we swam naked in the little lake sort of thing, or pond almost. You know, so it wasn't that great. Well, it was up the top of the mountain sort of thing, and the whole family was just sort of like beautiful. And no, I never fucking touched a child in my entire existence. I'm not Michael Jackson, okay? I never ever fucking touched a child in my existence in that way. Got a lot of nephews who give me hugs, by the way. Tommy and Danny, you know, Louie and Millie and Phoebe. They always hug me. That's all I need sometimes. Is a hug. You know. But anyway, that's family. Anyway, yeah. But talk about family. That's Jackie. See, why do you have 5 fingers? Why do you have 5 fingers? Here's a quick one. Because Jackie was our thumb. In my family. It's about my family, really. Jackie's our thumb. Well, Mum and Dad, that's Mum and Dad. There's Jackie, was our big sister. And there's James, Robert, William. Well, all right, Jackie was born in 1958, actually. Jackie was a big Michael Jackson fan, actually. Jackie really loved Michael Jackson, I know. She died a few years back in 2012 with a blood clot in her brain. You see, my sister, my big sister Jackie, she died in 2012 with a blood clot in her brain. You know, terrifying. It was horrible. It was really bad. Okay, I'm not going to tell you about it now. But anyway, Jack is dead. I mean, she's our big sister. You see, Jack. Why do you have 5 fingers? Jack is our thumb. Alive or dead, she's still our thumb. She is and will always be our big sister. You see, it's for me. She is and always will be my big sister, my boss. My boss. Alive or dead, Jackie is the boss. She's the thumb of the family, right? She's the thumb of the hand. She was born in 1958, you see, the same year as Michael Jackson, actually. In fact, exactly the same year as Michael Jackson, 1958. And then there was James, was born in 1961, you see. Jim, my big brother, Jim, very handsome man. Where do you think I get the lyrics from? Not that. No, there's Jim, 1961. Then here's the Jack, because we belong to Jack, you see. Because Jack's, well, alive or dead, we still are the Jacks. You ever heard the story of the 4 Jacks? This is the true story of the 4 Jacks. The true story of the 4 Jacks. The 4 Jacks. Jack is our big sister, born in 1958. She died with a blood clot in her brain in 2012. I'm not going to cut off my thumb. Alive or dead, she is still my big sister. Well, I sleep a lot of the time, and when I sleep, I dream. You see, when I sleep, I dream. And the dream world is where you go when you're dead. You just go back to the dream world, and then you get born again. It's that simple. No heaven, no hell. Right? It's not hell, heaven, it's just the dream. Well, it's hell, heaven, but whatever you want to make of your dreams, man. The dream world is where you go when you're asleep, and when you're dead, actually. The dream world does exist. I've been enjoying it for the last 53, since I was existed. Before I existed, actually. The dream world does exist. Where you go to when you sleep. You go to the dream world and you dream beautiful dreams, and it seems real, doesn't it? Because it is kind of real, but it's a dream. And that's where you go when you die. So don't be afraid of death. Never be afraid of death, because death is but a dream from which one day you might awaken. Right? Death is but a dream that you'll awaken from eventually, so don't worry about it. Heaven is where you go when you're asleep, which is why I sleep a lot. Because I love fucking sleeping and I love fucking dreaming. And I dream a hell of a lot when I'm asleep. And I love my fucking dreams. And then I come back to life. I'm a postman. Actually, I love being a postman. I love my job and I love my life. I love my life and I love my death. Okay? My death is where I go when I'm asleep. Basically, the body's asleep and resting. And I'm quite enjoying it. Dreams are where you go when you die and when you go when you're asleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. I was talking about my fingers, weren't I? Like, why do you have 5 fingers? That's a good question. Because there's Jackie, who's the thumb, like with it. And there's James. So Jackie was born in 58. Jim was born, Jim, the first boy. Hello, head boy. Head boy. I've got something else for that. Anyway, Jim's the first born. He was born in 1961. And then there's, so Jim and Jackie were very close like that. Jim and Jackie were like that. They were fucking like that, you know. Really like that. Very close together. And there's Robert, was born in 1965. He was Jim's first brother, actually. So he's the first brother. Robert's the first brother of Jim. Well, no, Jim's Jackie's brother. Yeah, but Jackie is our sister. So I suppose Robert was the first brother that Jim had. You see, because Jim, yeah, he had a sister, Jackie, you see. And then Robert turned up, so then that's Jim's first brother. He's number 3. So Robert, so Jack is Jack. Jack is Jackie. Then there's Jim, who's the Jack of clubs, you see. Jack's Jim of clubs. He's the one who had the family first, like Thomas and Daniel. But he was also the boss of us. He was also the sort of, no, Jackie was the boss, but Jim was sort of like our big brother. Jim's the big brother that we've had, what he is. So he's my big brother anyway. And Robert's 65, 1965, he's still going, they're all still going strong so far, hopefully. And 1965, so Robert's like Jack of Diamonds, because Robert's actually a millionaire, actually. He is. My brother Robert. When you talk about money, you want to see money magic? Go and see my brother. I'm no good at money. I'm lousy at money. I'm terrible at money. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm shit with money. Down to 18,000. Anyway, I'm shit with money. But anyway, I spend it all on sex and drugs, you know. Hell, what else you could spend it on? Clean? Oh, that as well. So a joke. Anyway, Robert's actually a millionaire, you know. He's got loads of money. Absolutely tons of fucking money. He needs to pay for his divorce. But anyway, yes. Enough of that. So he's the Jack of Diamonds, you see. Now I'm a lot of dead people. Right? I dig up graves. I was born in 1965 and I was born in 1966. And I'm very good at digging up graves. You know, I like dead people a lot. But I fucking love dead people. Well, yes. Necrophilia. Not quite, but nearly. yeah, so I was 66. I mean, me and Robert used to share the bath. I would say we shared our comics, but Robert used to steal my comics. I'll tell you about that so much that. Robert used to steal all my comics. Every Saturday we were quite poor, actually, Robert. When we were kids, we were very poor. And the truth is, I used to get a comic every week. That's probably after Don was born. Don was born, sorry, I put my other finger. Don was born, well, I'm William. So I'm William, sorry, I'm the Jack of Spades, William. I tend to talk. The funny thing is, now here's the funny thing is, I could not talk very well when I was a kid, actually. Apparently, according to my family. But William's talking shit again. No one can understand the word William sells. No one can understand William, can they? No. Well, I went through all that shit. And I learned how to talk, alright? Alright. And then as Donald was born in 1970, my little brother Donald. Did you know I did not come out of the closet? I was kicked out of the closet. I'll say this again. I was kicked out of the closet by my little brother. I was. Donald Stewart Bay. Which is also my dad's name now. I was actually kicked out of the closet by my little brother. You see, it was Sunday night, about 1991, after I'd come back from Australia. I finished talking about Australia, after I'd come back from Australia. And I was going out on a Sunday night. Sunday night, I decided I'm going to go out for the pub. Because you got smoking pubs in those days, And my little brother comes up to me and says, "Where are you going, Bill?" I said, I'm going to a pub, Donald. This is exactly what happened, 91. And Donald says, "Where are you going, Bill?" Pub in St Albans, Don. You won't know it, because it was 91, so Donald would have been 21. Yeah, 21. Donald was 21. I was 35, 34 at the time, I think. Something like that, anyway. It was 91. Donald, my little brother, comes up to me and says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to the pub." He said, "Which one?" "None of your fucking business, you cunt." He said, "Which pub are you going to?" I said, "The one in St Albans." He said, "Which pub in St Albans are you going to, Bill?" I said, "You're very inquisitive, Donald. Why do you want to know?" And Donald said, "What pub are you going to?" He's very persistent, my little brother. He really is. "What pub?" I said, "The Spotted Bull." And Donald said, "That's a gay pub." Because my little brother was very cleverer than me. Have you ever had a little brother who's so cleverer than yourself? Very embarrassing. But anyway, he said, "Where pub are you going to, Bill?" I said, "The Spotted Bull." And Donald said to me, "That's a gay pub." "Yeah, it is." And Donald, my little brother, said to me, "Well, you better go and tell Mum and Dad." So I cut my little brothers. Have you ever been outed by your little brother? Your little brother? It's 91. So I said, "Well, you better go and tell Mum and Dad." So I said, "Mum, I'm gay." You know what Mum said? Do you think I didn't know? My mum said, "Do you think I didn't know?" I said, "Dad, I'm gay." And Dad says, "Well, look, be careful." Because at this point, 91, a lot of people were dying of AIDS. In fact, a hell of a lot of people were dying of AIDS in 1991. I don't know if you remember 91. But my daddy said, "Well, look, just be careful, so wear a condom," kind of thing. I was, "Yeah, cool." He said, "No problem." It was wonderful, actually. They never had a problem with it. They've never had a problem. I used to take my boyfriend up to my brother's, Jim Bailey, my big brother. And I used to take, he's got two kids, Tom and Daniel. And they used to call my boyfriend Auntie Mike. That's a true story. They used to call my boyfriend Auntie Mikey. Auntie Mikey. Auntie Mikey. Oh, that's funny. That's Mikey Milton, you know, England's Green and Pleasant Land. But don't suppose you know much about England's Green and Pleasant Land, do you? Made a few fucking songs, I'll tell you about that later. Yeah. So, yeah, I was talking about hands. And hi. You could use your hands quite a lot if you want. Do something useful. You know I hate fucking charity. You know why I hate charity? Do you know I used to work for a charity when I was in Australia? Sydney for a little while. And you get 20% or something like that of everything you collected. So imagine 20% for me, 20% for the boss, 20% for this, 20% for that. The amount that goes to charity is about 1% of what you give. I bet the actual amount of money you give for charity is about 1% actually gets to the charity itself. A lot of people are getting very rich by conning people into charity. Because you could solve Africa's problems with £1 billion or £1 million easily. How much money do they raise for charity? How much money actually goes to the places it's supposed to go? I hate charity. 10% tax. That's all you need is 10% tax. I was going to say something really sort of cynical or something, but I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm going to close it down in a minute. Is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, okay, Jackson's guilty. And yeah, bar mitzvah would be a fucking good idea. What you really need for the world is Judaism. It's bar mitzvah. Yeah, I'm kind of a Jew. Joseph Bailey. William Joseph Bailey. So it's a double barrel name. You see, William as in the conqueror, Joseph as in the dreamer, Bailey as in the castle, the keep, the gatekeeper and all that shit. You know, I am now. But yeah, but what you really need is kind of like a bar mitzvah for the world, so that you just draw the line. With Judaism, it's very simple, because puberty happens when you're about. Before puberty, there is no spunk in the willy. Frankly, before puberty, there is no spunk in the willy. Therefore, what would be the point in masturbating a willy with no spunk? If there is no sperm in the penis, which there isn't until you reach teenage years, that's why God created human beings as they are, you see. Well, created every life as it is. Every life as it is in the world, you know. I'm very disappointed because, you know, Heal the World was a fucking good song, you know. I loved Heal the World. Of course we want to heal the world. We don't really want to live in a fucking war zone, do we? Do we want to live in a war zone forever? Do you really want to live in a war zone forever? Hey? Well, I think personally, I'm very Jewish. My thoughts. I even got a circumcised cock. Happened when I was a baby, if you want to look at it. But the point is, what I'm saying is that's a good idea to draw the line. You see, 13, I think, or 14. I think it's 13, but I thought it was 14, but I think apparently it's for 13. When you go through a thing called a bar mitzvah. It's called a bar mitzvah. And what happens is the child, I can't speak Jewish, obviously. I can't speak any language other than English, really. But what I'm saying is basically what it is like when a child becomes an adult, you see. So at first you're a child. You know, a little baby, well, a little child playing games and all that. Well, he's still an adult and I'm playing games. But I invented a lot of games as well. I've got lots of games to show you, by the way. I am very good at board games. I am actually an exceedingly good inventor of board games. Lots more I haven't invented yet. But anyway, what I'm saying is like, if you have a bar mitzvah at 13, 14, well, basically it's a tradition. It's basically sort of like when you draw the line. It's when you cross paths. First you're an adult. Sorry, first you're a child, right? actually, children, a lot of children are very adult in their thoughts. But I mean, yeah, they're very clever, some of them. But you're a child, and then you cross the line, which is the bar mitzvah, you see. You have a line called the bar mitzvah. Well, don't gas me for this one, man. So don't fucking gas me for this one. You have a line, it's called like the bar mitzvah. So you have a sort of a line to cross, so that every child, when they reach, say, 13, 14 or whatever, you have a thing called bar mitzvah, and that's when you sort of like, you admit, you go from childhood to adulthood, basically. You take on, from the age of 14, then you take on the responsibilities of adulthood. You're old enough to smoke. After bar mitzvah, you take responsibility for your own life, you see. After bar mitzvah, that's when you take responsibility for your own life. So you're old enough to smoke, if you want to smoke. You're old enough to have sex, if you want to have sex. You're old enough to do with what you want to do with your own body after the bar mitzvah. That's why we have a bar mitzvah, to sort of, basically it's like puberty, basically. You know what teenagers are like? When you start wanking, then you're old enough to have sex, aren't you? When you're wanking and you have cum, you have cum coming out of your cock, basically, when you're a teenager. Basically, whether you like it or not, you can have wet dreams all night long if you want, you know? But basically, when you're a teenager, that's when you grow balls, so that's when your balls drop, and you get hair. You get hair on your bollocks, and you get hair on your chest. So you sort of tend to become more adultish sort of thing. When you're going through puberty, adulthood, into adulthood. So because you're getting hair on you're getting hair down there, and you've got this cream coming out of your willy, if you like it. I was actually shown. I was educated, well. Yeah! My best mate Andy, I won't tell you his shirt name. I won't tell you his surname. I went holiday. This is how I learned about sex, really. I went on holiday with my best mate Andy. I won't tell you his surname. Dog, basically. But anyway, we were in bed, and we had these, our beds were sort of head to head sort of thing, so, you know, like it was his auntie's living room sort of thing. But anyway, we slept on the sofas, kind of thing, head to head. And he says, you know, and I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm wanking. I said, oh. We were 14, both of us. Me and Andy, we were 14 years old. And he said, and I said, wanking? He said, yeah. Oh. I said, do you wank? I said, yeah. Do you come? He said. I said, what do you mean? I didn't even know. Oh no, I know, I'm an idiot. I didn't even know about sex much, about coming until I was 14. Anyway, we were in bed, we were head to head in bed, sort of different beds, but head to head. And I said, do you wank? I said, yeah. He said, do you come? I said, what do you mean? He said, do you want me to show you? Do you want me to show you? So I lay down on the carpet, like, and Andy, he's sort of like a blonde guy, you know, very good looking, actually. Anyway, he was sort of like wanking me off for about half an hour. I said, I think I need to go to the toilet. He said, no, you don't. And then, all comes out. Hey. Have I ever told you the story about Patush? No, we were 14. Me and Andy were both 14. We were wanking each other off for about 4 years after that, basically. You know, with a packet of playing cards, playing strip poker. Had a hell of a life. How are you? If you want to fuck anyone, strip poker's a good game. Get a packet of playing cards. I dare you. That's always a good game. That's how I learned about sex a lot. I used to fucking have a lot of fucking good wanks. 4 years. Anyway, stories go. Anyway, I'm Bill. So I mean, sort of like, I'm pretty gay. I was married, I was engaged actually. I was living with my girlfriend for about 2.5 years. I was nearly married. Virginia. You know, I was sort of like engaged with her. We used to fuck in her mini quite a lot when I was about 19 years old. So I sort of went through the straight face. We used to fucking have great sex in the fucking mini, me and Jenny. That was a good time. But then I decided after Australia to be gay. You know. I was bisexual and then I decided to go gay because it's a lot easier. And I don't really like going down. Do you like going between a woman's, you know, like sort of vagina and sort of like licking it out? Have you tried it? Have you ever licked out a vagina? I don't like it. I'm sorry, it tastes like fish. It's like licking out a tin of sardines. Hold on. I am gay, but I did have a girlfriend once, and I was sort of went between her legs, and it was kind of like licking out a tin of sardines. Didn't enjoy it very much, so I sort of decided I'm gay. I'm Bill. In fact, that's the first thing I tell people when they come in my house, is I'm gay. That's my first thing I ever tell any of my boys. I've got about a few, you know, quite a lot of films, a few hundred films with my boys. Have you ever met my boys? I'll tell you the story if I can watch the video again. It's all on video, it's not on the computer. I'm saying I've got all the stories. But the first thing I tell my boys is I'm gay. What? You mean Bill's gay? Now I don't think that's going to be a surprise to anybody.